and welcome to This Week in Ocean City. I'm Logan Dubel. Thanks for joining us for our early April edition as we get closer and closer to the exciting summer season. The summer tourism boom here in OC is just a few weeks away, and we are gearing up. Coming up today, we'll highlight the Ocean City Air Show and a recent disagreement between the promoters and the City Council. Plus, if you are planning to park in Ocean City this summer, the town just announced new rates. We'll discuss. Also, we'll report on President Joe Biden's travel plans and how that might impact Ocean City tourism. And how has travel for ordinary Americans changed as a result of COVID-19, and what's causing the recent rise in gas prices? Stick around for my conversation with AAA. Thank you once again for joining us, and now let's get to our top story. The Ocean City Air Show is fastly approaching. On June 19th and 20th, headliners including the U.S. Air Force Thunderbirds, the Geico Skytypers, and the F-22 Raptor demo team will rush through the sky. Airshow promoter Brian Lilly spoke with the Ocean City Council during a work session this week to discuss the 2021 event. First, Lilly asked to slightly expand the show center to 13th Street. This extra block will help to increase ticket sales and honor 2020 ticket purchases. The council approved this motion, although the rest of the discussion turned more controversial. Last year, when the air show moved to August and was modified due to COVID-19, the town provided an additional $100,000 along with its regular $35,000 investment. While the additional funds supported the entire air show, they partially funded an extensive live stream that brought the show into the modern age and made it accessible from anywhere. According to the official legislative language, the funds were supposed to guarantee similar live streams for all future air shows, with the town earning 50% of the revenue amassed from the stream. The air show promoter then told Ocean City officials that he could not guarantee a stream for 2021 with his current funding, contrary to the previous memorandum of understanding. Councilman John Gehrig strongly pressed the airshow promoter on the profit-sharing agreement. The airshow will now work with city officials to come up with an updated policy for the show this summer. The town is surely looking for a return on their investment, so stay tuned for more details, as this story surely isn't going anywhere. Coming up at the Ocean City Council meeting this week, officials will take a closer look at requests to approve several events. These include an offshore boat race static boat display on Baltimore Avenue on May 1st and Sun Fun OC May 7th through the 9th. The boat displays would be on 15th through 22nd Streets in conjunction with the Powerboat race event. Sun Fun OC is a family-friendly event with vendors on the boardwalk, and that is promoted by Trimpers. Additionally, the council will hear more about Springfest and the plans for the use of tents, which cost nearly $70,000, along with the fiscal year 2022 capital improvement plan. Stay tuned for decisions from the Ocean City Council. Whether you're a resident or a tourist, you'll want to listen up for the latest updates about parking around town this coming summer. From now through May 27th, on Fridays through Sundays, parking will cost $3 an hour at the inlet lot. Beginning on May 28th and through the end of September, the rate will shift to $3.50 per hour daily and $5 an hour on July 4th. For other municipal lots and street parking, the cost is $2 an hour on Fridays through Sundays until May 27th. Ahead of Memorial Day weekend, the rate will increase to $3 each hour daily. All rates will return to pre-Memorial Day costs in October. At the inlet lot, there will be a 30-minute grace period for all vehicles, including handicapped. In other lots and on the street, there will be no charge for handicapped patrons if the stay is less than an hour. You can visit oceancity.com/parking for more information. Well, President Biden isn't typically a story here on Ocean City, but this week he is. The Biden presidency could have a major impact on Ocean City, Maryland, though not in the ways you might typically imagine. This week, Ocean City Today reported on the extensive business impact President Biden's flight schedule could have. Each time Biden returns to his Wilmington, Delaware home, federal officials enact a 30-mile temporary flight restriction. The president also owns a beach home in Rehoboth, and if his visits there this summer become as frequent as they have been to Wilmington in the winter, tourism will undoubtedly feel the impact. Skydivers, parasailers, and flying banner planes in Ocean City could be forced to shut down when the president is in the air and in Rehoboth, and businesses are quite uncertain about what this summer might look like for them. There's not much room for compromise. This is the president of the United States, after all. We'll keep you updated as officials and businesses continue to work through this potential issue. Well, there were signs of progress this week in the pandemic as federal restrictions prohibiting J1 international students into the United States expired. The ban was initially scheduled to expire at the end of 2020. The former President Donald Trump extended the ban to the end of March. In fact, the first 3 J1 students arrived this week in Ocean City, and they must follow quarantine and other CDC guidelines, but we're glad they're here. Last year, businesses felt the huge void left by the absent 4,000 workers. While this is good news, it is not the final solution. The J1s still need visas from their respective embassies and consulates to work in the U.S., but that processing could take a while. Nonetheless, help from any J1s would be a great boost to Ocean City tourism this summer. And now for this week's cover story. Have you noticed a rise in the prices at the pump over the past few months? Since November, gas prices have steadily increased. The national average is up 90 cents from this time last year and 8 cents from last month. However, in Maryland, we are seeing a small decline. What's causing these fluctuations, and could it have an impact on the summer travel season? Plus, how has travel changed as a result of the pandemic, and what do you need to know before you hit the road once again? Here's the full OceanCity.com story and my conversation with AAA's Regina Ali. As Americans head back out on the road and demand increases, gas prices have risen significantly over the past several months. According to AAA, the average price per gallon in Maryland is $2.78, up 7 cents from last month and a whopping 78 cents from last year. The national average stands even higher at $2.87. While the national metric saw an increase this week, Maryland experienced a slight decline. What's causing these fluctuations? Regina Ali, manager of public and government affairs with AAA Mid-Atlantic, points to renewed demand in travel as the driving factor.
Reports from the Energy Information Administration, which suggests that demand is rising. So as we see demand rising, we could possibly see an increase in gas prices again. And of course, spring is upon us. We've got the summer travel season coming. So we expect that they could continue to fluctuate.
While the crude oil market is uncertain and can change from week to week, it is unlikely that increased gas prices will keep tourists away from their favorite destinations this summer. Instead, families concerned over the heightened costs might pull back on spending once they arrive.
We didn't see that there was a huge impact in people deciding to travel. What we would see, however, is that people may make the decision to stay less, to maybe dine in instead of dining out, things like that. So they would still perhaps take that trip, but they would cut back with other discretionary spending.
As people prepare to travel once again, whether it's just a short drive to the beach, a plane ride, or a cruise, there's certainly an extra layer of preparation that goes into a trip with ever-changing pandemic restrictions. Before departing, people must always be aware of limitations and guidelines in their destinations, which is not always as simple as it sounds. That's why using a travel agent is more important now than ever for people of all ages.
And with using a travel advisor, there are complexities that we're all trying to navigate as we get back into travel that are certainly different than what we saw prior to COVID-19. So it's important to note that many things are different and will help you sort of understand travel restrictions and things that we really haven't had to deal with or address in the past.
Despite continued infections, the successful rollout of the COVID-19 vaccine to millions of Americans is encouraging travel. A survey conducted last month by destination analysts shows that 60% of Americans indicated they plan to travel for leisure within the next 3 months. An overwhelming 84% said they will travel this year. Safety will, of course, remain paramount as Americans venture again to their favorite vacation destinations. Well, in case you missed it, the Ocean City Council recently voted 6-1 to replace summer fireworks with drone shows. The shows will begin after Sundays in the park at 9 p.m. starting on June 13th and following Thursdays at the beach at 9:30 p.m. beginning July 8th. In total, there will be 20 drone shows, but still traditional fireworks on July 4th and New Year's Eve. To afford the drone shows, the town dropped the free Thursday night beach concerts. However, there will still be a drive-in concert at the Inlet in June and a major concert with an act not yet announced at Division Street in August. The drones will help bring Ocean City into the future while helping to celebrate the great summer season. People at Nick's Original House of Ribs on 144th Street are thankful after a fire in mid-March caused little damage. An accidental fire broke out on March 18th while workers were cleaning kitchen hoods and accidentally hit a gas line. Fire crews responded immediately and turned off the gas. There was no major damage to the kitchen area. Only one person sustained minor injuries and the restaurant was operational later that same night. We're glad everyone was okay and business continued as usual. A few other headlines now from the service industry. Gold Coast Beer, Wine, and Liquor is moving inside the mall to the location formerly occupied by Peebles. The new space is more than 3 times the size of the store's old space. Additionally, there are no new updates to report about the future of Pier 23. That's the new restaurant made out of shipping containers, brought to you by the same company that owns the old Embers restaurant and Blue Crab House. Back in February, the restaurant was denied a license upgrade from Worcester County and had no immediate path forward. An update, however, is expected soon from the Toston Group, which manages the property. We'll keep you updated. This comes as many restaurants are set to open for the summer season, including Fishtails on April 21st, and a new coastal smokehouse recently opened in West Ocean City, along with Dumpsters on 123rd Street, which just reopened after closing for remodeling in September. A few weeks ago, Maryland Governor Larry Hogan visited Ocean City's new Public Works complex at 65th Street. The facility is dedicated to Public Works Director Hal Adkins, who has served the town since 1984. Governor Hogan and Mayor Rick Meehan praised Adkins for his longtime dedication to the town of Ocean City. The new facility replaces the storage complex completed in the early 1980s and features a new bus storage area, the expansion of the fleet service bays, a new administration building, and a public safety storage facility for groups such as the fire department and police. Governor Hogan cut the ribbon on the new facility, which is now operational. And happy Easter from all of us at OceanCity.com. This week, the town hosted the Easter Bunny scavenger hunt for families, which took kids across the town searching for a code word. The first 30 families to take the word to the Easter Bunny station at Northside Park won a special prize. The town also hosted its official egg hunt at Northside Park, which was so popular, all the spots were filled. Over at Trimper's, visitors arrived for the first time this spring, and the staff turned on all the fantastic rides. If you missed out on the Easter fun this weekend, there is still one more upcoming holiday event. On April 10th, those 21 and older can participate in the inaugural Eastern Shore Keg Hunt, which will take teams of up to 4 on a search from Cambridge to Ocean City. Kegs can be returned for a special prize, and a post-hunt celebration will be held with live music. Head over online to easternshorekeghunt.com for more information. April is shaping up to be a busy month at the Art League of Ocean City. In the Failer Gallery, the Art League is featuring points of juxtaposition displaying the work of 6 African-American men from the Eastern Shore and their unique lives in America. A Delaware mosaic artist, Carol Rydell, will show her work in Studio E. Symbolism inspires much of her art, and she creates a visual story with textures, materials, and finishes. Plus, the artisan of the month is Mary Ainsworth, who crafts jewelry based on the sea and its natural beauty. The Spotlight Gallery shows off manga and anime styles of animation originating in Japan. Additionally, the Ocean City Film Festival, a partnership with the Art League, is hosting a free virtual film night on Facebook on April 17th at 7 p.m. This will include a live Q&A session. If you're down at Ocean City with the kids later this month, be sure to head over to Trimper's. On April 10th and 11th, Trimper's will host Kids Create, with arts and craft stations set up throughout the indoor park. Kids Build will take place the following week on April 17th and 18th, and construction vehicles will be present for viewing. Closing out the month on April 24th and 25th is Kids Unite, which will help teach children how to respond in urgent situations. First responders and beach patrol members will be present. All of these events are free. The Commander Hotel in Ocean City has rebranded and made updates just in time for the summer season. The hotel, which is located on Atlantic Avenue along the boardwalk, has served visitors since 1930. The Commander was the first hotel to offer in-room phones and installed the first elevator in Ocean City. The property now features an oceanfront and cabana building. Just last year, the Commander purchased the Old Buckingham Hotel, another local staple. Management made cosmetic updates to the Old Buckingham throughout the off-season, and it is ready for tourists. In total, the hotel features 145 rooms and gorgeous ocean views. Head over to oceancity.com to read more about the Commander and book your next stay. And we close out the show with a piece of Ocean City history. This week we're highlighting Ocean Downs. The racetrack first opened in 1949 as demand for live harness horse racing across the United States increased. The facility cost $650,000 at the time of construction. Ocean Downs welcomed people for family fun with live racing for decades. In the 1980s, the name of the track was actually changed to Delmarva Downs before being switched back to Ocean Downs in the 90s. The track underwent numerous ownership changes over the years and faced financial struggles, but as of 2018, Ocean Downs is owned by Churchill Downs, home to the world-famous Kentucky Derby. Most importantly, after Marylanders voted to allow slot machines in 2008, discussions surrounding a new casino began, and the $45 million attraction opened in 2011. The casino and track have now resumed operations after COVID-19 restrictions, so be sure to head over to Ocean Downs this summer. And that's it for this episode of This Week in Ocean City. I'm Logan Dubolt. Thanks so much for joining us. We'll be back again soon. As we get closer to the summer season, check in for more local stories that matter. Have a great week, Ocean City.